examining reference images for Guchin Sona's necklace, I created a sketch of the pendant's base, making sure it was to scale with my neck. This sketch is the guide I used for sculpting the pendant out of Sculpey. This is one of my favorite materials to work with. It's easy to shape and carve. I find it's more durable than paper clay once you cure it in the oven. I also placed the gems I had cast earlier just to check the sizing and to make sure it would all look right. When it comes to making your cosplays looking polished, getting the right proportions is key. I put down a piece of wax paper to protect my table, and because it prevented the clay from sticking to my work surface. I put my drawing underneath the wax paper. I had a cup of water nearby for smoothing the clay, and I also had various tools for sculpting. As you can see, the clay is conveniently portioned for you and breaks apart easily. Taking half the clay, I warmed it up with my hands to make it soft and pliable. When it was soft enough to work with, I placed it on my drawing guide to make sure I'd have enough clay to sculpt the whole piece. Yes, I used a hairspray bottle as a rolling pin to flatten and even out my ball of clay. Using one of my tools, I slowly cut away excess clay from the edges of my sketch. I also started to shape the edges as I went. Remember, the pendant isn't just a flat piece, it's 3D with bevels. Once the basic shape of the pendant was cut out, I worked on the beveling and rounding out the edges. My tool was kept moist with water to smooth out the clay as I went. Here's the finished piece after I had already baked it in the oven. It's completely solid now and ready for sanding. Using an electric nail filer that I got from the dollar store, I filed down any rough edges and just cleaned up the overall look of the sculpted pendant. I painted the pendant with a base coat of silver. Afterwards, I weathered the edges with some black paint and then coated the pendant with Essie's Shine of the Times iridescent nail polish. Unfortunately, I didn't film any of that, so you will just have to use your imagination. Here's a picture of the finished piece. The iridescent nail polish really gives it that multicolored sheen you kind of see in the reference image. If you like my videos, be sure to subscribe to my channel so you get notified whenever I post new content. Like me on Facebook or follow me on Twitter if you wish. Thanks for watching. Check out these other videos in my Guchin Sona Cosplay Progress series.